Welcome back to another video on the channel, guys. It's Julian. We're gonna do a little ownership review of my 2018 BMW 430i Gran Coupe. Let's get into it. So as you guys may or may not know, I had this vehicle for roughly 2.5 years, the longest time I've ever had a vehicle. And we're gonna get into it, but overall it was a really good experience. A lot of upsides, downsides, some regrets here and there, and a lot of learning experiences have been made on this car. If you didn't know, this is a 2018 F36 because it is the Gran Coupe. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's a little bit unique. Here's a look on it. Alright, and it is a 430i if I haven't mentioned that already. So it comes with a B46 motor. It's just a 2.0 turbo engine that BMW produced for this year. You'll find it in any BMW that ends with 30i. Obviously modern, you know. We're not talking about the 46 generation. But other than the less, performance potential and less aggressive exhaust notes and I'm kidding, it's a pretty good car. I'm still working on the exhaust. In my opinion, it's not really where I want it to be yet. Mine's finished in mineral gray metallic. It didn't come as an M Sport. Like I said, I made a lot of learning experiences with this car. No Harman Kardon, not a lot of packages, to be quite honest with you, but it did come with heads-up display. Sorry. My previous BMWs have had more packages. At the time of this purchase, I feel like the market was quite high. I should have waited a little bit longer, took my time. So let me go over what I've done to the car, and then we'll talk about the issues that I ran into and what you might face if you own one of these. All right, like I said, this vehicle is finished in mineral gray metallic, and it is an LCI vehicle, so you do get the LCI headlights. They are not the Icon headlights, unfortunately. But the front bumper, as you can see, is an M Sport bumper. This was done by me. Bought it, installed it, got it painted. It wasn't too hard of a process. I know it's very tedious when you see it online, but it's not too bad. Still installed the fog lights and everything like that, and we threw on a front lip. Those V-braces as well. Some people think it's tacky, but it's just a minimalistic add to me. And you don't really even notice it that much anyways. And then as far as the wheels currently, they're not the best, but we threw on some F30 M Sport wheels. A little bit of rash on some of them. Some of them are in better condition than others. Your boy went through probably, I think, 4 pairs of wheels, or sets of wheels. I had some fake 666M reps. I didn't even put them on. Well, I threw on 1 pair, like 1 wheel literally. And, didn't like it, of course. And trade those for another pair of aftermarket wheels. I actually did drive with those for about a year. It did not look great at all. I'll throw up a picture. And then I actually traded those for BMW 437M wheels, which are beautiful wheels, very, very basic. I made a killer trade there, and so mine were honestly not the best condition, which made me feel not so satisfied. And then I actually traded those M4 wheels for these base M Sport wheels. And this is the set that I've been the most happy with, honestly. Around the vehicle, we did the chrome delete. It was a little bit of a tedious process. For the most part, it came out good. Small imperfections that I was gonna go back and redo, but I just never did it. This piece was very hard. And over time, this just recently happened. This just recently happened here with the peeling. And to be quite honest, like I said, it just happened. All right, so as far as the exhaust currently on this vehicle, we do have a VRSF catless downpipe. It goes to the stock exhaust. And then for the rear section, we have a Valvetronic universal muffler. I was super stoked when I got this muffler. and I expected some really good differences between valves closed and open. I'll be honest with you, it's not that much of a difference, but it does still open and close and make a slight difference. But it's not like a full system at all, and I guess I kind of expected that. That's on me. Also, when I had that installed, I believe they used rather smaller piping, which is not the best at all. Might cause some back pressure. And we threw on a carbon fiber tip as well. I like how it looks, and it sounds good with the valves open and when you're on the gas. But on low RPMs, it's not really the best sounding, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And then as far as the other mods for the engine, you know, we didn't really do anything else. All we did was we had to get our DME unlocked. Kind of sucked, but we did that. It was $300 and a little bit of a hassle and some scary moments as well. But once we got that situated and back installed, we did a stage 2 tune. Of course, I always do my basic maintenance. I've done spark plugs already 2 or 3 times. Oil changes, you gotta do those very often. I use 5W40 liquid moly. Engine air filter, cabin filter, you gotta always replace those, guys. Very basic, easy, and cheap things. And then as you can tell, behind me, we have the 5% tint all around and 30% on the windshield. It's really dark. And then as you guys can see next to me, we did just recently, in the last couple of months, install coilovers. We went with the ECS coilovers because although they're like entry level and considered cheap to some people, they were on sale, and I had a buddy that had them and they were great. They drove fine, they give a really nice lowering feeling, and they should last quite a while. I have them lowered on kind of like a track fitment, and with the stock M Sport wheels, the gap is quite atrocious, honestly. The fitment's not that good at all, but if I really decide to, my dream wheels currently super basic, but they'd either be some Apex Arc8s right now, or I would like some, I don't know what they're called in the BBS brand, but I know the Autohon ones, which is the reps, are Autohon AH02s. I would love that design as well. It's kind of more of a JDM design, I think, but it looks really good on BMWs. If I got that, the fitment would be more dialed in, which might happen in the future. As far as on the interior, we did just get the P2M checkered floor mats. Do not mind the dirtiness, I was just about to detail it. And then we got the Alcantara and carbon fiber steering wheel, which was one of my favorite mods. Such a nice mod. It is an Alibaba special. So I do have an airbag light on the dash because I have not gotten that coated in yet, but it's very beautiful. And then not really much more other than that. We just got some accessories like the slide shot plushie. I know, very basic. And then we got the sticker on the opposite side. But yeah, just the respective checkered mats in the back as well. As far as how my actual ownership went, which is the main part of this video, it was honestly not bad for a BMW, especially having it for 2.5 years and not paying enough attention to maintenance over the years. Mainly the issues were coolant related, but what really happened to me first was my motor mounts. When I bought the vehicle, I knew they were bad and the motor kind of shook a little decent amount. It wasn't that bad, but they needed to be changed. I did kind of push that off for a while, but eventually I did get them changed, which was great. And at that time I did my spark plugs as well. I didn't do coils right away, but eventually I did. So I went with the Dyne-in coils. They were the red ones. I didn't have any issues with them. They're very nice for me. And of course, NGK spark plugs as well. That fixed any minor hiccuping and also the engine shaking, and it made it feel a lot better. And not to forget, we did also the transmission mounts while we did the engine mounts, which is very recommended, and it was very worth it. At some point during the ownership, a little bit after that first issue, I had the turbo inlet coolant line. I forgot the specific name, but I can definitely find out for you guys if needed. It's a small pipe. It's like half rubber and half aluminum maybe. And that broke on me. It was not that big of a deal, not hard to reach to, and did not cost me a lot of money. But that did slowly start a leak, so I did get that changed. And then of course top off the coolant, do a bleeding procedure, etc. And then a lot of time passed, and then sometime last year, my oil filter housing broke, which was the worst issue by far. And this was followed with a lot of other coolant issues that are very common in this motor, but I didn't know what happened that quick. By the way, a little context I haven't mentioned, right now I'm at 82,000 miles and I bought the vehicle with 60,000 miles. So I guess you could say roughly I drive just under 10,000 miles a year, which is a little bit less than the average, but still close to the average. So I went to the store one day. The car said I had low coolant. I was like, dang, that sucks for sure, but I thought it was okay to drive home. I thought it was a slow leak. I didn't even look right away. Next thing you know, the car says it's overheating, but I turned it off like this quick. I was literally in the parking lot. I haven't even started moving. I was just inching up. Got lucky. And yeah, I turned it off. I had to get a U-Haul, take my dad's truck, and then tow it home. We didn't know what the issue was yet. We did a lot of diagnosis in the parking lot with me and my mechanic friends, and we did not find it out right away, but we did find out it was the oil filter housing. While I was there, I did replace a bunch of other coolant components, but while the intake manifold was off, I should have done more coolant components. Remember guys, if one thing breaks, that means the whole system could be starting to get corroded, and you should just replace all of them. It's gonna save you money in the long run, trust me, on labor especially. So over the next couple of months, like I mentioned, I had a bunch of coolant issues, different random pipes. I even replaced the coolant reservoir. I just wanted to be as preventative as possible. I think I still left like 1 or 2 pipes that was not changed, but so far we've been good, and I'm praying that we're gonna be good in the long run, because I do not want to do that job again or pay for it to get done. Overall guys, after those main issues, I haven't really got any issues with the vehicle. I just continued to mod it. Like that's when I did the coilovers, like way after. Well, I just did those coilovers, but I continued to mod it a little bit cosmetically, and it's been fine since then. So it's really just the main B series engine coolant issues. And oh, I almost forgot to mention, somewhere in that mix, I did the water pump twice, guys. At first, I bought the wrong water pump. It wasn't a complete assembly. It was just part of it, and I completely wasted money on parts and labor for that. Had to do it twice, and I did it the right time now, but it wasn't even intentional the first time to do it wrong. But after that, it was finally good. It didn't cost too much money, by the way. I didn't do the thermostat because apparently it's separate. I don't remember the logistics of it, but we've been good so far. And again, fingers crossed, no more coolant issues. Other than that, guys, it's a beautiful vehicle. I'll insert some clips of the sounds and everything like that, probably from previous videos, or maybe just some clips I have. All right, go ahead. Man, that sounds good. Woo! If you guys want any specific content, feel free to reach out in the comment section or anything like that, or any questions you have about ownership or mods. I'll be happy to respond. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you have any questions, please drop them down in the comment section. Drop a like, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel as well. And for now, I'll see you guys in the next video.